It's 8:20 p.m. in Singapore and it's 5:20 a.m. in San Francisco on the 23rd of October 2022. Arpit Agarwal, the floor is yours.
Oh my God, I don't need the floor. If Kohli and Sharma are at a loss of words, I don't think I have any to say a word, but this is one of or the best match I have ever seen. And long live Kohli. Kohli is going to find a place in my temple. Tomorrow's Diwali. And among all the other million gods, Kohli is going to be one more that's going to get worshipped tomorrow. This is like absolutely breathtaking. I have been crying for the last 15 minutes. It's been that kind of a performance.
I mean, I guess it's hard to put like emotions into words. I mean, even it's very rare that you see a sportsman at his like very peak. And I just think those 2 overs where he batted against Shaheen Shah Afridi and Haris Rao it was like, watching God appear for people who take sports that way. And then I also couldn't help but think about Kohli for the last 6 months and even some of the criticisms that I have laid against him, some of the stuff that I have said. And and I know it's the first game of the tournament, we cannot get carried away, but this is just, speechless. Most people I think would be speechless right now. The emotions are just overflowing. Just thinking about.
Let's relive some of those shots.
Yeah.
I think for me, like I'm still getting flashes of the 2 shots of Haris Rauf.
Yeah.
I think it was 28 of 8 that we needed.
Yeah.
And Kohli picks this length ball, and he's been bowling hard into the deck through the day.
Yeah.
Kohli picks this length ball, he moves outside his leg stump, makes room.
Yeah.
And he carts it over the bowler's head straight back. And this is, we're talking about Australian boundaries. We're not talking about Dharamshala grounds, which are like 45.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
yeah. No, I also, like I said, it's very rare moments where you see someone in like a trance, and like after he played the shot, he moved towards the square leg umpire. He didn't even try running. He didn't even look at the ball. He just moved. He just knew the moment he had connected, and I think it only got better the next ball. Like I think you were just telling me you are not supposed to play a shot like that.
You're not. You are getting a slower ball coming into your leg stump. People say that you use the pace of the bowler to get boundaries on third man and fine leg.
Yeah.
You do not cart a freaking slower ball on the leg stump over fine leg for a majestic 6 when you need 22 of 7 deliveries.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, I know there was a movie that came out called 83, which was about India's 1983 World Cup. I think there will be a movie that comes out called 82, which is about the 82.
Oh. This was like vintage Kohli, absolute vintage Kohli, man. Like, I don't think us fans could have asked for anything more from Kohli.
Yeah, and I think, in some ways this is also an homage to the MS Dhoni style of cricket, because I think everybody who I heard talk after the match spoke about taking the game deep, spoke about like just staying till the end. And I think for Dhoni it's an ideal setup where you need 30 runs of 2 overs, and this is the kind of situation that he enjoys, where he actually puts the bowler under pressure. He puts the bowler you can see him wilt in front of him. So, and just Kohli's statement of "I knew we could take down Haris Rauf and they would panic" was just a window into his mindset at that point, right?
Dude, let's pause and talk about that. Can you just restate that and just talk about how that is an individual thinking differently from a billion people in the world?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think there's a lot of things people say about sportsmen, and there's a lot of people say about sportsmen and their mindset. But I think this kind of winning mindset only comes through when you're, as I call it, in the zone. So in my head, all I think Kohli was thinking, there was not even a possibility of entertaining a thought that we could lose. Whereas most of us were like, oh, the win probability is probably 20%, 25%, 15%, 30%, depending on who you ask. But he simply just said, I want to take down their best bowler. And that means that the opposition will wilt. That kind of thinking you would usually think about the weakest bowler and say, let us play the strongest bowler out. let us not lose any more wickets, and we can maybe try and score 20, 30 runs of the weaker bowler. And here's a guy who says, no, I'm going to take down the strongest bowler and then come back to, and take the attack to them, because I know then they will win. That for me is just a, yeah, you're at another level when you're thinking that way.
Yeah, like oh god, like yeah, at 28 of 8, I had given up. I was like, that probably he gets one boundary of the next two balls. That's 23, 24 of the next over, and even the worst spinner should be able to defend 24, especially given the day Pakistan had been having in the field. They should be able to defend.
Yes.
Yeah, but clearly Kohli had different plans.
What were your emotions like going into the final over when we needed 16?
Going into at least I think 16, I was a little positive about our aspect, because our potential to win the game, because 16 of 6 in the form that he was, it's 3 boundaries for him if you think about it. And with Pandya on the other end also, Pandya is the one who took part in the first time, so took Azam. So I was pretty confident that we'll be able to do it. But yeah, clearly Hardik Pandya wanted to change the script. So did he.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the game awareness in that last over was incredible. To run 3 runs of a free hit, then for Ashwin to anticipate that the bowler is going to steer something down as fast as possible and let the ball go to be a wide, I think was just incredible game awareness. I think a lot of people will admit they didn't have their best game today from an India point of view, but I think considering all of that, to be able to focus your mind in that moment and put all of that behind you and just say, this is what is in front of me. And interestingly, I think Kohli had an amazing time in the field. Like his fielding in the first 20 overs was just, he was prancing around like a panther. The Pakistan were not taking the second run against him whenever the ball went to him in the deep, and he just really looked, apart from missing that run out, he really looked like he was on the ball. So some days are just, like I said, you're at the peak of your powers as a sportsperson.
And I think the one thing that I want to call out why this innings is so special is any legendary innings you see, for most parts, it will always have a sidekick, and a sidekick who played a substantial role in helping the person who actually emerged as the hero be the hero. What makes this inning special is, at least last 3-4 overs, there was no sidekick for Kohli. It was all Kohli by himself. And yes, you talk about game awareness from Ashwin and from Kohli to run the 3, but I think there was also poor game awareness by Dinesh Karthik when we needed 2 of 2. I don't know why he went for a glory shot. I would have assumed taking a 1, securing a super over, and getting the informed batsman on strike for the last ball would be a pragmatic thing to do. But I think we got lucky with that wide that he bowled. But I think that was a very poor judgment call by Dinesh Karthik.
Yeah, look, I mean, as I said, there's a lot of things that didn't go according to script today, and then we will have time to discuss those. I mean, Rohit himself, I think, didn't have a great day with the bat. Sky didn't play a great shot. Aksar will want to forget this match from an individual performance standpoint. So all that said, and India will want to forget the last 4 overs with 7 wickets down to give away those kind of runs. So we did make a lot of mistakes, but I just think today is about just celebrating the genius of just this unbridled genius of what we managed to see today. It has been an exciting game. I don't hope for every game to be this exciting, but it couldn't have asked for a better start. And look, it's been wonderful hearing your thoughts and hearing your
get on that flight, Jayant, and make sure you ensure that India wins the next 2 when you're in the stadium, and they're not such close games.
Yeah, I hope so. Look, it'll be a pleasure to see the game, the team play, and we will dissect more as we go along. So sleep well, and congratulations to all of us.
Yes, congratulations to all of us.
Bye, Arpit.